Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. Today I'm going to be checking out the Angel's Horn HP002 turntable. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click on that link down below. Go check out the Vinyl Den Facebook group. Just a cool place to continue the music conversation. There's also a couple other links down there. There's one for the Vinyl Den merch page, where we've got these Vinyl Den t-shirts and sweatshirts on there. There's a link for the Vinyl Den Spotify and Apple Music playlists, where every week we're just compiling music that we're talking about here on the channel, putting it together on a nice playlist for everyone to enjoy. And there's also a link for the Vinyl Den Patreon page. If you want to support the show, it's always greatly appreciated. You can support the show for as little as $1 a month. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me the old thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new episodes. So it was probably about a month ago that I was contacted by Angel's Horn, and they asked me if I would check out one of their new turntables if they sent me one. So if you're unfamiliar with Angel's Horn, they are a newer turntable company. I think they've only been making turntables since 2021, I believe. So just last year, they started producing these. Angel's Horn is a company out of China, but they do have a U.S.-based warehouse that they ship all their products from. So from what I found online, it looks like they do a majority of their business here in the U.S., but I do believe that these were all manufactured in China. According to their website, Angel's Horn was started by an individual who, like a lot of us, have had a hard time finding a good quality turntable at an affordable price. So if you go on their website, their tagline is better products, better service, lower prices. And I will say that the turntable that I'm gonna review today, I think is listed on their website for about $180. So it's not a terrible price. It's about what kind of like a lot of your entry-level turntables are really kind of priced at nowadays. I also want to say that even though this was sent to me free of charge, that all the thoughts and opinions in this episode are my own. So this might end up being a little bit longer of an episode than I typically have. What my plan is, I'm going to unbox this thing. I'm going to spin an album on there, and then I'll kind of give you my review and my opinion of it at the end. I will say that the packaging looks pretty decent from the outside. It's shipped in a pretty nice box, and this was inside of another box also. So they did a good job shipping this to me. And where my camera's mounted, it's kind of hard to see what this all looks like in the box, but I will hold it up and kind of show you the stuff as I pull it out. So like I said, it looks like it's packaged all pretty nicely. Got a nice clear dust cover. The base definitely feels sturdy and solid as I just pulling it out of the box here. And then looks like you got your power cord, your belt. It is kind of cool. It comes with a little adapter piece to help pull the belt around the motor. And then you got this really heavy. It says this is a solid iron platter, which I'm kind of interested to see, because my first thought is what kind of noise you're going to get, because you can hear. So my question is right off the bat is, what kind of reverberation you're going to get from this platter. So hopefully this felt mat will kind of deaden some of that, but I wonder if you might need to use like a rubber mat to deaden it fully though. So I will say that it took me, probably 30 seconds to pop this thing together. Overall, this looks like a wood veneer plinth, which feels nice and sturdy. It's really heavy, base to it. You can still hear that the metal through that platter mat. So we'll definitely have to check that out. And I still need to get the tone arm set up. So but overall, that's kind of, it looks nice and sturdy, fresh out of the box. So I think I've got it all set up. I've set up several turntables over the years, and I kind of had a hard time getting this tone arm really kind of dialed in. I think I'm going to have to wait until I get an album on the turntable to really kind of fully dial it in. I think it is nice that it comes with this little protractor also to make sure your cartridge is perfectly aligned. I will say that this does come with an Audio-Technica AT3600L cartridge, which is it's not a top of the line cartridge obviously for what you're getting, but it is a decent cartridge for this price. And so I'm gonna, now that I got this thing put together, I'm gonna put an album on here, and I'm gonna track or test the wow and flutter on there and see how the speed holds up. So I wanted you to see the entire speed test, just so you can see, how long it took to get the turntable up to, what is generally like maximum speed. And after I click off of the ads here, you'll be able to see what the results of that speed test were. Well, as you can see from the speed test, the speed wasn't terrible. It came up with just a little above, so it spins a little faster than it should. I will say that my Fluence RT85 spins at a perfect 33 and a third, which that's obviously a higher end table than what this Angel's horn is. But the 33.49, it's pretty similar to what my Audio Technica LP60 spins at. I also tossed on one of my test records that I do use. I didn't want to use any of my like higher end albums just because I didn't know how this was going to perform, and I was actually pretty surprised how decently it did perform. I would definitely put the it's obviously it's not the same quality you're going to get out of a higher end turntable. I will say that I think this is a pretty decent entry level turntable. Some of the notes I did write down on here, I said that I think the heavy plinth I think really definitely helps with it just feels like a nice solid table. The packaging is really nice. I do like the adjustable counterweight, even though it kind of gave me I had to put an album on to kind of really get it dialed in. It's got a nice cartridge on it. It does have a built-in phono preamp, so if you can just run regular powered speakers off of this. You don't need to have an amp that you're going to run this through. Some of the kind of the stuff I wasn't really all that fond of. I'm definitely a little concerned with some of the reverberation you're going to get from that iron platter. So, like I said, maybe like a rubber mat. I don't have a rubber mat. All I have are felt mats that I can toss on there to check. But I kind of wonder if maybe rubber mat might dampen the reverberation from that platter a little bit more. The speed, the wow and flutter, definitely a little out of the range for a lot of other, like especially once you get in like mid level turntables, like your with like your U-turn, I think is a great mid grade table that maybe probably outperforms this, but U-turn's really not in that big of a price difference than this turntable is here. And then I did notice that the motor was a little louder than I'd want it to be. I didn't really notice it while there was music playing, but in some of the softer parts of the album, or in between tracks, I think I was picking up a little bit of the motor noise from it. So, maybe that's kind of a downside. But I think that overall, I think this is a really solid table. If you're looking to spend under $200 for a turntable, I think this is a good way to go. Obviously, if you want, this is probably something you're going to grow into something higher end than this. But like I said, I think this is a really good way to kind of get into maybe something higher than like a Crosley turntable or something like that. So if you're interested, I'll put a link down below. Go check out Angel Horn's website. They got several different kind of versions of this turntable on there. And they vary slightly in price range, but they're all in that $180 to $220 price range. And if you are interested, I'll put a promo code down below, TVD15. You can get 15% off a turntable if you want to check it out, which for this one here, brings the price down to about $150, which I think is a pretty good price for a nice entry-level turntable. And real quick to follow up on the speed test I did on this, it seemed like the longer I let it play, once it played for more than 30 seconds or more, it seemed like the speed really kind of evened out a little bit more on it. Some turntables can kind of do that, where it kind of takes a minute to kind of get up to speed. It took a little bit longer than I'd like it to do, but overall, I think this is a really solid turntable. There was nothing really there were no huge red flags that stood out to me, but just kind of my quick review of this turntable. Like I said, click on that link down below and go check out Angel's Horn. Well, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Angel's Horn, they're a newer company. Like I said, been since I think 2021 is when they started making turntables. So, I'm sure they're, over the next couple of years, they're kind of grow and expand their lineup. But I think overall, this is a really solid entry-level turntable. Like I said, if you've got a Crosley or one of those suitcase players and you're looking to maybe upgrade a little bit, I think this is a great route. Obviously, in that same price range, you can probably go a little higher and get like a U-turn. There's definitely other options in that other under 200 category, but I think Angel's Horn is a really good product in that price range, though. But drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys, I would love to hear from people that have these turntables. I know I've seen some pictures over on the internet over the last couple of weeks as I've been researching this product. So I know people out there have these turntables. Let me know what you guys think, because I'd love to hear more from people that have had this thing for several months and really been playing a lot of albums on it. I'd like to see how it kind of stands up to some of the other turntables out there. But let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. And that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.